Apple shares taking a sharp leg lower today after OpenAI announced it is acquiring the startup of former Apple designer Johnny Ive in a $6.5 billion deal. Ive will take over OpenAI's creative and design direction. For what this could mean for Apple, Gene Munster of Deepwater Asset Management joins us here in a rare appearance here on set in the house.
All right, Gene in the house.
Always good to have you. Is this really as bad as it is for Apple as the market cap drop would imply?
So I think the next 2 years, it's not as bad. I think Apple has some time to kind of work through this. But I want to even take a step back to the bigger picture here and then the little picture. And the bigger picture is something dramatic is going on in terms of how the people who are closest to AI and how they're building this technology, those people have a broader vision in terms of how AI is going to be used in our lives. And if you believe they're competent, we can read today's development as a sign that AI is going to be more impactful than maybe what we thought 6 months ago. Second is that Apple and Google over the past 15 years have largely been unchallenged. And when you turn the page to AI, this now sets up a new situation where they are going to be challenged. And I think that today was a wake-up call for Apple and to a lesser extent Google.
But a push into hardware by the designer who basically brought the world the iPhone. This implies that there needs to be a device that is different from what we know today in order to navigate the AI world, which implies also a disintermediation of computers, of iPhones, of all the devices that we have today. Do you think that is the road? We'll have another kind of device?
We will have another kind of device. I mean, that's what they teased today, and with Sam and Johnny did a video, they teased this. So we're still going to have many devices, and there's going to be a new device that they're going to start with. It's likely going to be some form of a wearable that will listen to what's going on. It will see what's going around us. You'll be able to interact with your voice and some form of a gesture to it. It's going to be out next year. But to answer your question is that they will insert this into all the devices that we live. Just like how our content consumption started out small and grew over time, devices will just be everywhere. And there's that opportunity that I think Johnny's going after.
Tim wants a wearable brooch.
Yeah, look, I mean, I have a couple for a couple different occasions. I mean, but I know you're always quick to point out the 2.7 billion installed base and the dynamic there. And it just, that to me has often been where I've felt very comfortable with Apple because I don't know that they need to win anything in AI. They just need to be serving it up to people and the platform from which they draw from. And I know we can't speculate, and you're not today, that suddenly this interface is going to change, without a screen, the way people live their lives. But why can't Apple also be partnered ultimately with OpenAI and deliver this, and maybe even with this hardware? It just seems to me Apple is still the platform.
So Apple's a platform today, and they could definitely do some form of a partnership. They're working with OpenAI today. But the fact that they brought on a design team, a hardware design team, and the fact that that's one of Apple's core competencies, I think was a shot across the bow. And so I think that this is, as I mentioned, I think it is a wake-up call for Apple and to a lesser extent Google. And I would say even the bigger picture here is, at least for Apple as it pertains to what's to move forward, is that if you look at Tim Cook is an incredible CEO. I can't say enough good things about him. I think the same as Sundar is a great CEO, Jassy. But these are peacetime CEOs. And what happened today, this is a shot across the bow that this is war when it comes to AI. It's not just going to be stick to your models and we'll do our thing and we'll partner with you. We're going to get into your business is basically the message here. And when you think about wartime CEOs, Zuckerberg was peace, now he's war. Elon just lives in war. He can't operate in peace. He doesn't like that. But I think that I actually think that there's going to be some, as an Apple investor, which I am, our firm is invested in Apple, I think there's going to be something good that's going to come across this, which I think it's going to really promote Tim and the culture to really step up and say, we got to innovate.